Welcome to the second in a short series of videos helping you to see the world differently to help reduce the fear, anxiety or pain that your current circumstance might be causing. Unless we change something, nothing will change. That's what we're looking at today. Hello there, my name is Tim Walter. I'm a house healer and alternative life coach. Welcome to the channel. This is where we work with aspects of the subjective experience of life to help us each move towards improved well-being. Subjective experience is the stuff we experience inside that is completely unique to each of us. It's what we think and feel. We're working with tools like mindfulness, meditation and dowsing to really lever the power of this aspect of self to bring about change for yourself and for the world around us. Now, if that sounds like the sort of thing that you might like, click on the grey bell icon to get notified every time I upload a video or do a live Q&A. Whether you're a regular to the channel or a new subscriber, while you're watching this video, I ask you to be particularly aware of what you are thinking. What you'll most likely find is that you're watching this with your habitual thoughts and you anticipate what I'm going to say. But instead, I'd like you to think, how does this apply to me? How can I fit this into the way I think about everything? Again, unless we change something, nothing will change. This applies as much to the way we think as to anything else. We'll look at that some more in a moment, but first, a quick recap. In the first video, I asked you to consider from a philosophical point of view these 3 points. What if the world is not what it seems? What if you're not what you seem? And what if there were no difference between you and the world around you? It's usually only when something forces us to stop and change that we open new opportunities. And this is exactly what people are finding right now. Their current situation is enabling them to reevaluate aspects of their life and are finding their priorities are changing. So many of us are being forced out of our habitual ways. The world is not what it seems. These are the words my spirit guide repeated to me day after day for years. We see the world as being separate to us, something that is out there. As human beings, we're intrinsically attached to the concept of the self. We look in the mirror and we see ourselves. We are aware of ourselves. We are present, but who are you? You are not the body that you see in the mirror. If you were the body that you see in the mirror, if you were that same person that you were decades ago, you would have long since vanished. Because we know that every cell in your body has changed. So, you are the thing inside what you see in the mirror. You are the thing inside your body. You are the thing that is aware of other things. But it is likely that that thing, that you, is not fully contained within the body either. There is much to suggest that our emotions, thoughts and aspects of self are partly held outside the body in the electrical field surrounding us. It's also likely that we exchange information between these electrical fields. We're not so much separated by boundaries as perhaps we assume. It's more like interconnected through fields. Consider now this thought as an experiment to see what it reveals for you. What if the illusion of separation is also renewed constantly? So not only are we perceiving the world from a point of view of it not being physical in the sense that we have talked about, but also what if it is renewed constantly, ongoing, all the time? Creation constantly persists and progresses. What if at every moment the illusion is renewed and new possibilities are presented to us in each of those moments? We perceive these opportunities as time passing. And of course things change as time passes. But in terms of our experience, we can only ever be experiencing one single point in time. This point of where we are now. We can only ever experience the moment of now, the power of now, as Eckhart Tolle would say. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that the moment of now is as long as it takes to say the word now. Therefore, what we perceive as a minute is built from a whole string of nows put together, and an hour is a whole lot more of nows joined together. And we pass seamlessly from one now to the next, because we only ever experience each individual now. Life can therefore be considered to be a single string of nows that we encounter until the day when we're old, we perhaps run out of these nows. But instead of a single string of nows just laying ahead of you in one line that you are inevitably going to follow, what if there's a whole row of nows from this point, a whole row of nows all lined up in an almost infinite number for you to choose from, all approximately the same context? So by this phrase context, what I mean by that is the rules by which the nows are constructed. They have physical properties, for example. They are seemingly solid. You'll still eventually run out of this selection of nows, of this contextually similar nows. But what if, at that point, that a whole new set of nows appears to you with a slightly different context? Let's say perhaps they have less defined physical edges, for example. And perhaps that is a whole new selection of nows that we simply pass into when we are finished with the current contextually appropriate nows. Now, given that your awareness of now is the only thing that you can truly say is you, when your body ceases to exist, the you-ness doesn't fade. It simply has a different selection of nows available to be experienced. In this point of view, we're shifting the thing that is constant from being the physical world around us to being the thing inside of us, the thing that is us, our awareness. We have therefore become infinite. In this sense, we can see that both the world is not what it seems and that we are not what we seem. We're changing something in order to make something change. We're changing the way we think about our lives and who we are, which then puts the issues that we face in our daily lives as a human being into a different perspective. We can use this viewpoint to change the choices we make from the selection of nows in this world by being mindful as we make our choices that determine our next experience of now. As human beings, we're constantly preempting information that comes to us through our habitual expectations. But by stepping out of our habitual expectations, we can open up the possibility for something new to come to us in the next now. As I said at the beginning of the video, unless we change something, nothing will change. The only thing we have control over is the way we react to what happens to us. Now, hopefully, over these last few nows, you have had a chance to think about. You've started to change how you think about what you think and what you think next. And so in the next video, we're going to look at trust. In the meantime, consider again philosophically, what if the world is not what it seems? What if you are not what you seem? And what if there is no difference between you and the world around you? Remembering that you are not your body, you are your inner subjective awareness. Let me know how you get on in the comments section, and I'll see you next time for the third in this short series of videos. Take care now. Bye-bye.